if you ignore me and I call you out on it and then you make up excuses that are obvious lies, that hurts me like you would not believe. It's quite easy for me to feel like I'm being ignored or something. Like, I sent somebody a message on Thursday, and I've seen them respond to other people and stuff, but they haven't even looked at my message yet. And it makes me wonder why. Like, did I do something between the last time we talked and now? You think someone on Twitch is ignoring you? It's not that I'm clingy. It's that I notice differences in behavior and how people talk to me. I can usually, like, once I get to know somebody really well, I can actually tell their mood by the way they type. That's something that some people have never understood about me. They're like, you always know what my mood is just by the way, like, I'm talking to you through text. It's like, I can tell the differences. So I notice those things, you know, the way they say hello, you know, their word choices and stuff. And then when you're used to somebody actually, you know, looking at your messages and talking to you, getting back to you as soon as possible, even when they're busy doing stuff, you know, they get back to you or check your messages. When you see that they're going like 4 days without even looking at your message, but you see them talking to other people, then yeah, that's not being clingy. That's noticing a major difference in the pattern of them talking to you. Especially like when you're really close to the person and it's not like them. And then I'm the type of person too that I have a lot of I've had a lot of male friends that they get a girlfriend or, you know, they get engaged or something, and suddenly they can't talk to me anymore. And they never tell me, but that's always been the situation when I lose a male friend. It's that they started dating or they got married. I was like, why? We're just friends. There's nothing going on. Why can't you talk to me? It's like, I've been friends with you longer than you've known your girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever. Oh no, we're not talking about you ignoring us. No, don't worry about that. I forgot he has magic. Yeah, so it's like I hate to seem like I'm the clingy girl or something, especially if it is somebody that I've had feelings for or something like that. I don't want it to seem like I'm being clingy, but I have that history of losing male friends because they get a girlfriend. And I don't like losing friends at all, especially over something like that. That's definitely nothing I did wrong. I mean, you just went out and got a girlfriend. Sticky to heal. It's why a lot of times I'm actually afraid to say something to a guy like, hey, why are you ignoring me? Why didn't you do this? You know, do that. Like, hey, you said we were going to hang out. Why did we not hang out? Because I don't want to seem clingy, but it's like, why are you asking me to do stuff and then you go do something else instead and don't tell me? And like I said, you know, well, it's not often there's a situation where I like the guy and then like that's why he doesn't want to talk to me when he gets his girlfriend, is because, oh, maybe the girlfriend's jealous. There's only one situation like that right now where I actually like the person. But they also know that I would never ever do anything to jeopardize any relationship that the person was in. That's not me. Why? I don't even know why people are like that. That whole if I can't have him, nobody can mentality. It's like, no, if you really like the person, yeah, you might be jealous. But... dang it, where am I going? You might be jealous, but, I mean, if you really like them, you want them to be happy. It's like, I have the perfect quote for that, too. It's like the perfect thing that sums up my feelings for stuff like that. I know at this point in my life, with my current situation, like my age and my track record, which I am not about to say on stream, nobody would really believe me anyway if I said it. I pretty much know that I'm never gonna have a relationship, so, but it still doesn't stop me from liking this particular person, and way more than I should, you know? But I still would never do anything to jeopardize anything. Even if I thought there was a chance, I still wouldn't. I wouldn't do anything. Because I'm not that type of person. I'd rather them be happy. And yeah, I mean, it's like, I think sometimes it's, I mean, like, if somebody doesn't want to tell you something, but there are some things that I think should be said, like plans. If somebody makes plans with you to do something, then obviously, you know, you're making time for those plans. And then, you know, so many hours go by and you haven't heard anything. So then you're like, hey, what's up? I thought we were doing stuff. Oh yeah, something else came up. It's like, you couldn't think to tell me that like hours ago? And I'm just sitting here and I feel like an idiot just waiting for you? You know, things like that. I mean, just like common courtesy. You know, just tell me things like that. I mean, I don't expect people to tell me every little detail in their lives. Yeah, I would like to know what's going on with all my friends and stuff, but, you know, they don't have to tell me everything. Just tell me things I actually need to know. Let's see. And actually, since I'm in this new little town, maybe I should call it quits. It's like 11 o'clock and I still need to take a shower. let me get this thingy. Feelings are usually logical, or not usually logical. Yeah. Sometimes feelings suck. I hate getting feelings for somebody. So I'll be honest, like the feelings I have right now, I've never had feelings this strong for somebody, which makes it suck even worse that they don't feel the same way. But it's like, I know better is the thing for me. I know that nobody's gonna feel the same, so it's like, I hate that I have feelings. Because I know how it's gonna turn out before I ever even say anything. Yeah, and I mean, like, if something comes up, like there's an emergency or something, then fine, you know, I'm not gonna be mad. But when somebody tells you something, like, okay, I've had situations where, you know, somebody will make plans with me, and then I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and like 3-4 hours go by, and and I see that person communicating with other people and saying stuff, and then the person will tell me, oh, I fell asleep, or this, like, really, like you fell asleep, but you were talking to people in your sleep? Is that what's going on? So it's like, you can just say something like, you know what, you can tell me, never mind, I don't want to do what we planned to do together, or something else came up and I'd rather do that. Fine, yeah, it's gonna suck, but it's better than you lying to me, especially when I can see the lie. You know? And then if I call you out on the lie, just tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth. Or like I have an aunt who I don't even talk to anymore. I did the ultimate thing. I unfriended her on Facebook. I figured that was the only way it would get her attention. Um, but when I was practically living at the hospital um, after my father's surgery. They had him on steroids, which we call woman drugs because they make him act like a woman. They make you very, very emotional. And he got to the point where even if I was in the same room, if he couldn't see me, he would start crying. So I couldn't leave him alone because he would go into these crying fits and then just things would get bad. And I had been stuck at the hospital. They had a shower and stuff there, which was great. But I needed to go home so that I can get some more clothes and do laundry. And I asked my aunt, I said, I'm not asking you to stay the night. I said, can you please, I said, you wanted to come visit anyway. Can you come down, stay with them for a few hours so I can just go home, do laundry, get some fresh clothes, blah, blah. She's like, yeah, but I can't do it until, like, the weekend. So it's like, fine. I was wearing the same clothes for 5 days. Okay? Because I had run out of clean clothes. I could not shower. Because I don't know if you've ever tried to shower and then put on dirty clothes. It just, no, it does not work. Well, I went through it. My aunt, the day that she was supposed to come, she didn't come in the morning. I think it was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And somebody else came to visit my dad, but you know, they couldn't stay. They're like, hey, you need to go home. And I'm like, I can't. I'm waiting for my aunt. I was calling her. I was texting her. She would not respond to me. But I can see her posting messages on Facebook. So it's like, I know your phone works because that message says it was done from your mobile phone.